All right, welcome. Here's your writing lesson 7.9. We're writing a imaginative story. That means it's a made-up story. It's an imaginative narrative. That means it's a made-up story. Yesterday, we talked a little bit about organizing our ideas. The beginning, you told me about your main character. In the middle, you gave me a problem and details. And in the end, you gave me a solution or how to solve the problem. Yesterday, we also talked a little bit about the different problems someone may have and how they solve the problems and what that tells us about them. What kind of character traits do they have? So yesterday, the ones like, for example, we talked about if a backpack strap is broken, what should you do? Well, you should fix the strap with whatever you have. And that means that the character trait that person has is they're probably smart, clever, or resourceful. That was just one example. And then we had another example about borrowing a game and then not enough apple slices. And we talked about that. So what you're going to do today is I want you to come up with 3 problems someone may have. Here you're going to write down 3 solutions to that problem. So the solutions are problem number 1. What's the solution to problem number 2? And what's the solution to problem number 3? Then I want you to list the character traits that that person that solved that problem has. I will give you an example. I have a problem and think about real life scenarios, like when you really do have a problem. I have a problem that I don't understand what a word means. Okay? My solution is not asking your teacher. My solution is grabbing a dictionary, opening it up, and looking up the word in alphabetical order, the way I've showed you. Looking up the word and figuring out what it means. What kind of character trait is that person? Smart. He's smart or she's smart. Very good. Clever. Very good. Are they independent or dependent on someone else? Independent. They can rely on themselves. Here's another example. I'm at school and my mask gets so gross and dirty that I can't put it back on, like during lunch. It happens. Or I'm in school and my mask breaks. That's happened. Okay? What are the solutions to that problem? What's a solution to the problem of your mask? Let's say your mask being gross and you can't put it back on, it's too dirty. What's the solution to that problem, Amariah? Good. Go get another one. What's another solution, Leah? Okay. How about maybe flipping it the other side just until you can get a new one, right? You don't want to walk, even if it's for 2 minutes, you don't want to walk around with a mask, without a mask on, right? So what if I just flip it to the other side that's probably a little cleaner just for a few seconds or a few minutes until I can go grab a new one? That's clever, right? That's resourceful. That's creative. Okay, I don't know if it's sanitary, but maybe not. I don't know. But anyway, let's move on. Let's see another problem that we may have. It's field day, but it's raining outside. Oh, I hate when that happens. All right, what is the solution to that problem? Ooh, we have several solutions there. What could be a solution to that problem, Haney? Okay, very good. Have it inside. What's another solution to that problem, Vernaya?
Or we could do a field day in the gym.
Okay, have it inside the gym, kind of like what Haney said, have it inside. What's another way? What's another way we can fix that problem? Can we postpone it? Can we just make it on another day? Yes. Very good. All right. So right now, I want you guys, my onliners, to pause the video, and I want you to come up with 3 problems and 3 solutions. And when you're done, you can unpause the video. This is only the first thing we're doing today. We still have more to do, okay? This is on page 7.11 in your writing packet. So, again, go ahead and write down 3 problems, 3 solutions for those problems and the traits, the character traits that person has. So remember, if it's the example of a dictionary, the character trait is smart, clever, creative. Okay, what kind of person is that? All right, go ahead and pause the video now. Okay, now that we're done with problems and solutions, now we're mostly focusing on dialogue. Dialogue adds to a story. What is dialogue? Dialogue is when you see talking in a story. So we're in this box here. We're going to draw our characters, and we're going to give our characters speech bubbles. And in the speech bubbles, we're going to write what our characters say to each other. So we're going to watch a quick video about a little more about dialogue, what dialogue is, and how to add it to your story. Let's watch and listen.
I am hoping this video is going to help you get started with adding dialogue to your writing. What is dialogue, you ask? Dialogue is what is actually being said in a story. Depending on the type of story you are writing, just about anything can participate in dialogue. Now, using the word said is a dead giveaway for showing dialogue in your writing. However, if you only use the word said, well, your writing won't be all that interesting. Check out some of these awesome alternatives. Adding dialogue into your writing is important, so you might as well have it add some feeling. Here's an example of how adding dialogue can add some personality and voice to your writing. Check out this sentence. I called my dog.
Hold on, I want to go back a little bit and talk about those words that he was talking about a minute ago.
Here's an example of how.
All right, he said basically when you see the word said mostly in a story, like I lost let's say the problem in the story is I lost my shoe. Okay, like Cinderella when she was running and she lost her slipper. Okay, so instead of saying Cinderella said, oh no, I can't find my slipper. Instead of saying said, you can say Cinderella shrieked. Not yelled, but maybe shrieked, like, ah! Instead of writing ah on your paper, maybe you can say Cinderella shrieked, I can't find my slipper! Right? Or you can say Cinderella hollered, I can't find my slipper! Or Cinderella growled, I can't find my slipper! Or Cinderella shouted, I can't find my slipper! Or Cinderella screamed, I can't find my slipper! Or she exclaimed, I can't find my slipper! Or she mumbled, or she, what else, screamed, we already said screamed, or she whispered, I can't find my slipper. Okay? Doesn't that add emotion to your story? It makes it so much more interesting. Instead of saying so-and-so said, try to use one of these other words that show more expression. Okay? All right, let's keep watching.
Add some feeling. Here's an example of how adding dialogue can add some personality and voice to your writing. Check out this sentence. I called my dog Molly. While this may be true, it doesn't entertain my reader very well. Here's the same thing, only this time I'm adding dialogue. I hollered, come here, Molly. Adding dialogue into narrative pieces isn't difficult, but it has to be done right, or your writing will be difficult for your audience to read. You need to make sure that everything that is actually being said is in quotation marks. You need them at the beginning and at the end of the quote. Make sure that you have your punctuation inside your quotation marks. Also, you need to have the quote start with a capital letter. Here's another example. I screamed, run away! As the giant gumball rolled towards us. Now it's story time. This is me. This is Molly. We love walking in the woods. We heard a noise coming from behind a rock. A great grrr came from behind the rock. Bear! Molly and I started to run away. The bear was right behind us. Molly, can you do something? I asked. Just when the bear was closing in, it looked like Molly had an idea. Molly turned and started to growl. The bear got scared and started to run away. Now that the bear was gone, I asked, "Are you ready to go home?" Molly knew exactly what I said. "You are such a good dog, Molly." The end. I hope this video will help you add dialogue to your writing. I can't wait to see what you can do as writers.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, all eyes on me. You need to calm down a little bit, okay? So what you're going to do next is on this paper, 7.12, you are going to add dialogue. You're going to draw two pictures, a picture of your character and another character in your story. And you're going to show speech bubbles. Speech bubbles are like the dots that look like this, and they look like clouds. And it tells you what that person is saying. So let's say this is my character, and I am adding dialogue. Now be careful though, when you do add, when you do add dialogue to your story, be sure that you have quotation marks. He talks about quotation marks. Those are the 2 lines that go before what you said and after what you said. When I see quotation marks in writing, it tells me that that person said this. Okay? Make sure your punctuation is correct. He did mention that the first letter in whatever you're saying needs to be capital, and that any punctuation mark that goes inside of the quotation marks, it goes inside. So for example, if it's something they're saying out loud and they're excited, you put an exclamation mark. If they're asking a question, that question mark goes inside of the quotation marks, not outside, okay? All right, so you're going to do that, and the very last thing is when you're done, I want you to add this dialogue to your story. Not the picture, but what these people said. All right? And that is all you're doing for writing today. So let me just recap. First thing you're going to do is you're going to come up with 3 problems, 3 solutions, and the traits of those, the internal character traits, how that person is from the inside. And then you're going to add dialogue. We're going to do this by drawing a picture of 2 of your characters and them talking to each other in speech bubbles. And the very last thing is you're going to add this dialogue to your story. Okay? What story? The story that we drafted and we wrote yesterday, this story. All right? I'm going to let you go ahead and get started. If you have any questions, let me know. I will see you later. Bye.